What's up with another video. Today we're going to be ranking each Art Ross trophy winner since 2004 on this tier list. So we got pure dominance for the best tier, pretty dominant, solid season, meh, and not quite Art Ross standards. Obviously that one's not going to be like, obviously they didn't have a bad season, but just not up to what our Ross season should be. So let's start off with 2004, which was St. Louis. I think he had like 94 points. I'm going to say solid because, scoring wasn't super high then, so we're just going to put him there. And next was Jumbo Joe Thornton. I think he had like around 100 points, 98 points or something like that. So I think we could put him in solid as well. It was around the same time, 2006, so scoring wasn't like really high. But next, Sidney Crosby in 2008 or 2007. He had 120 points in his sophomore season. So we'll have to put him at pretty dominant. He had 120 points. Pretty sure he had like over 30 goals. So almost 100 assists, basically. Next is 2008, Alex Ovechkin. I actually don't know how much points he had. I think around 100 points or something like that. So I think around solid. I'm guessing he had around 150 goals, something like that. So we'll put him there. 2009 was Malkin. He had like 104 points. We'll put that on solid as well. But we'll put that at like the top of solid. Not quite the pretty dominant. 104 points is so really good. Now 2010 was Sedin. I don't know which one. I think it was Henrik or whatever. I think he had around 100 points. We'll put that at solid as well. Most of them are going to be solid. Just because, like, most of them are around 100 points. The 95 to 100 point range. Or to maybe like 110 points. So that's a solid season. Not quite pretty dominant. So next is his brother. I think it's solid as well. They had around the same amount of points. They were insane in that time span of like 4 or 5 years. So next, we're going on to 2012. Is that... I think it was Malkin again. Yeah, Malkin again. He had like 108 points. I think we put that at pretty dominant. Like, that's almost 110 points. Only like 12 points shy of Crosby's 120 points in 2007. So that's pretty dominant. Second pretty dominant. Now, Marty St. Louis again. This was the lockout season, I think. They only played like 48 games. But he had like 60 points. So we'll put it at meh. I know he only played 48 games, had over a point per game. But still. Some guys are getting 140 points in like 80 games. So we'll just put him at meh there. Now next is Crosby's second Art Ross. So I think he had 104 points. We'll put it solid, almost meh, just because he had like almost under 100 points. But still a pretty good season. And now going on to 2015, Patrick Kane. I think he had around 112 points or something like that. Okay. So we're putting that pretty dominant. That's a pretty dominant season. 112 points over 110. And that's over Malkin's 108 in 2012. So next is 2016 Jamie Benz. That's meh. He played like 80. I think he played the full season and only had like 85, 86 points. Like, actually, no, that's not quite our Ross standards. That's just usually players are getting over 100 points. And that's usually, it's not like an Art Ross is guaranteed over 100 points, but that's barely a point per game. So next is 2016. Was this... Oh no, that was 2016. Next is 2017. This is Connor McDavid's first. I think he had 90, around the 90-something point range. I don't even know which one of these is 2017. We're just taking one of them. It's meh. Like, it was his first Art Ross season out of a lot. So, I mean, pretty good season, but meh for Art Ross standards. So now next is Connor McDavid again, 2018. So solid season. He had over 100 points this year. And this is his second Art Ross in a row. So that's a crazy season by McDavid, but not quite as good as some of them on this list. Leon Draisaitl, I think he had around 100 points, so I'm going to say solid. Again, just over 100 points, but not like quite up there in points to be a dominant or anything season, but not, he didn't really have under 100 points. He just had like around 100 point range. So now next is 29. Oh, we forgot 2019 Nikita Kucherov. So I think he had 120 something points, so pretty dominant. I mean, he had another really dominant season this year with 144 points. So we'll put him at pretty dominant for his first Art Ross. Now McDavid for 2021. He had 105 points in like not even 60 games. I think we might put him at pure dominance. That's going to be our first pure dominance. So, I mean, that was the COVID year where they only played like 56 games or something, and he was scoring like every single night. Next is 2022. Yeah. I think we're going to put him at pretty dominant. I mean, he played like, that was back to normal. They played full 82 game schedule. And he had like 120 points. So that's a pretty good season. And that's McDavid's second Art Ross in a row. So that's his 4th Art Ross in his career. Now next is Connor McDavid's 2023 year. If you know how much there's nowhere else to put him than pure dominance. 153 points, 64 goals, and 89 assists. That's an insane season. That's his 5th Art Ross in his career. That his 5th Art Ross in his career. So now to Nikita Kucherov's 2024 year, the most recent Art Ross winner. We're going to put him at pure dominance. 144 points, almost had 50 goals, and had over 100 assists. Or had exactly 100 assists. That's the only place where I could put him, 144 points. And that's the most recent. So this is my tier list from 2004 to 2024, the past 20 Art Ross winners. So league leaders in the NHL.